All right, Atlanta. It is June 13th, 2020, 9:53 p.m. at the time of this recording. These are two websites that I've made mention of earlier. And the one on the left is your 5G, as you can see. And then the one on your right is from the New York Times Interactive 2020 U.S. Coronavirus U.S. Case Map Live Map. Okay. And been checking people out on social media and looking at all the people that are in the feed from Atlanta and how they talk about they got new cases and oh, it's so terrible down here and we're going to die and it's going to be the real Walking Dead. You know, that's where they film it at. So I decided to go a little bit more in depth just on this. I'm not going to feature all the other different cities. That's going to be separate. Okay, I'm going to call these power shot videos. We're going to go into this, and I'm telling you what the real deal is. It's not COVID, what you think it is. COVID is 5G. Okay? The COVID is Lee Harvey Oswald. It's a magic bullet. And they're covering the fact that 5G is what's really messing folks up out here because of what it has in it. What the radiation levels in it. How is the EMF, the electromagnetic field, the rays that are coming off of that is so strong. It is making people feel sick. So they're running to the hospital thinking that they got COVID. Remember, the seed has already been planted with the scare tactics from back in the beginning of this year going into February, March, and April. So that seed has already been planted. So all they got to do is water it with some more case numbers. And when those towers are being cut on, because this 5G is fully not deployed yet, even though you got commercials with T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon, you know, Sprint being bought up by T-Mobile, Sprint being CDMA, Code Division Multiple Access. It's an older network. And then you have T-Mobile, which is Global Systems Management, which is a newer network than CDMA. Even though Verizon is also CDMA, it is more upgraded. Sprint just didn't have the money to upgrade themselves. So T-Mobile, which is not even an American company, which they come from Europe, and then they have a footprint in Canada as well. So the purpose for T-Mobile buying out Sprint was so that they could acquire more tower space for the 5G upgrade, ladies and gentlemen. I've been knowing telecom since the early 2000s, doing prepaid MLM home business companies. I've been studying this field forever. So what I can tell you guys is that 5G is the real flu bug. And that's the reason why they tell us that COVID is always going to be here and it's never going away. They are right. They're indirectly talking to you in the second to third person because they're telling you COVID is never going away for the simple fact that COVID is 5G. It is a $500 billion industry. $500 billion industry, almost $1 trillion industry. This is something that I've been knowing since messing with prepaid MLM companies like Lightyear Wireless. So them home-based stuff. So this is something that I pretty much know a whole lot about. And I know that even when 3 and 4G was out, we were campaigning for radiation chips, sticker chips to go on the back of the phone to cut down on some of the radiation. So 5G is like 100 times worse. So look at the map. I've been talking long enough. Hopefully you've been comparing the map. The one on the left in the purple is 5G. The one on the right are new cases based on NewYorkTimes.com interactive map, which is in real time. Okay. Can you see the pattern? Almost like a storm system if you was watching the Weather Channel. Can you see? These are 5G towers clustered. If I was to zoom in some more, it would get more in depth. Okay. But to get a better shot, side by side picture, it's a mirror image. This is Atlanta right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Atlanta over here. This is your new cases. So every time I put my little hand on this, I'm going to put both of these links in the description so you can check them out. but it will give you your cases. So this is telling me, you guys can't see it, but where I got the little hand at now, 260 cases, which means 1 in 428 people will catch it. But it's not the COVID that they have brainwashed you guys into believing that it is. It's just a cold virus. It's not even that. What's happening, guys, is the radiation is running through your body, okay, from these 5G towers, and it's breaking your immune system down, making you feel sick. That is the placebo. So what do people do? They panic because we've already been panicked. They're going to run to the hospital, okay? When you run to the hospital, we've got doctors and nurses, the good ones, that have come out and said that, listen, we in here killing folks for $54,000. We got doctors and nurses coming out here in Detroit. They got fired at Sinai Grace Hospital for taking pictures of bodies that was stacked in the utility closet, and they told them on camera, okay, that the doctors told them not to revive COVID patients. They said they were meaningless people. This is what they were saying. These people don't mean nothing. They ain't no count to society. Don't revive them. And that is the consensus across the board with all the nurses that worked under these evil doctors. So what we witnessed was mass murder for some chump change. These billionaires made an extra $15 billion this year so far, while people were dying in the streets, dying in the hospitals, dying at these protests. And other people went broke and hungry, while Gates, Fauci, Soros, Buffett, okay, all the rest of the deep staters, they all made an extra $15 billion while they sit back in their war rooms and their bunkers watching this play out as they count the bank, okay? Big pump and dump scheme here, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we looking at. Look at this coverage map. Look at 5G right here, okay? Athens, let's come over here. Atlanta, South Carolina, Columbia, okay? Look at here. Got you a little bit of cell 5G here, okay? Got a few nice big bubbles over here in that same area where that 5G is. Now, if you come up here, look at that. Look at that perfect storm moving. If I was a weather forecaster, ain't it in the same position as these cell phone towers over here? Almost mirror image. Okay, look at this. Comes up, down, up and around, and down again into North and South Carolina. Now watch this. So I can move this over. Okay, look at this. Look at that. Look at this. See that curve coming back around? Same thing over here. Salem, North Carolina, boom, same area. So even so, if folks want to say that's not the same spot, just keep look. Bring this down. North Carolina area. Look at the cell phone towers. Look at this. Same configuration. Of course, you got towers going up this way, but your main hotspot areas, these are the same. Look down here, Charleston, North Carolina. North Charleston, okay? So all of your cell phone towers are going to be making people sick in this area. Just a little bit of speckle here, but everything else is mirror image. So guys, you don't have the COVID that Fauci and them want you to believe you have. You have the COVID of 5G. This is the COVID 5G era that we're in, okay? Poison through the airwaves. The Bill Gates chip, the digital tattoo chip, will be able to receive your vaccines through light transmission. I've been saying this over and over and over again, and the only thing that fast, actually, or that powerful is your 5G towers, guys. It's the only thing out there. That's the push for it. That's the reason why T-Mobile is pushing. You know, it's the reason why they got the deal done with Sprint. The race is on between T-Mobile and Verizon for number one supremacy. AT&T, okay? Big bank takes little bank. And this is what you're witnessing at the expense of people's lives and health. Okay. They are throwing up these towers, making people sick. You got some of these people, installers, that are coming out blowing the whistle because they know that that this 5G is terrible. Okay, they know it. This is something that's been known for the last couple of years. Look at that. So the next time people from Atlanta, you guys want to holler, y'all got new cases, refer to this video. Okay, then you need to go locally and find out what you can do. Well, you really ain't gonna be able to do much, because once the elite want these towers up, because this is the scheme. People say, well, why would they do that? Because this works together. Okay, they already knew that putting these towers up and that radiation, those high EMF rays, okay, that it was going to make people sick. So let's put together a pump and dump scheme. Bill Gates, George Soros, they all sat down at the devil's table and came up with all different plan A's and plan B's, and all their agendas could be met by creating a way for them to get paid. Look, they've already made an extra $15 billion while folks have gone hungry and lost their businesses. These jokers have made money while we suffered, okay? So why wouldn't they come out with a plan like this to make even more money? It's called technocracy, okay? And it's called also, we're under tyranny from Big Pharma. Medical tyranny. So you got a couple of different tyrannies working against us. It's through technology and medical. Bill Gates always said the next world war wouldn't be with a bomb. It would be with a virus. Okay? It would be with an invisible enemy that we can't see. And most of it is hysteria. Okay? But when you guys start feeling sick, go to this map. Find out where this coverage is in your area, because I guarantee you, you're probably living around a 5G tower, and that's what's making you sick. Cold and flu season only runs from October to May, not June, not July, not August, okay, not even in September. The FDA, the WHO, and the CDC all tell us right on their own websites that cold and flu season runs from October to May. So common sense has got to be used here. Got to be used, because you guys got to be smarter than that. Okay? And folks walking around with a mask on like we in the dead of winter. Technology is making you sick, not a virus. Remember that. And I'm giving you hardcore proof. When you look at the coverage map, okay, it is eerily similar to the case outbreaks in the same area. That's a golden picture right there, guys. Right there. You can see it plain as day. That's 5G. That is your breakouts right there. All in the same. That's just too much. Do your research, guys. Do your research.